Okay, here we are with a new battle royale. I probably haven't done this, but there's a chance I have. I said I wasn't going to do any more of these, but I changed my mind. I am. Yeah, you can't do anything about it. So this one is language group battle royale. So we have Germanic in red, Romance in blue, Slavic in green, and then yellow I have other. For other, I decided to include everywhere on this map, so North Africa, Turkey, these parts of the Middle East, the Caucasus, and even this part of Iran, mostly Azerbaijan, Iran, is also included. So, yeah, there we are. Should we get this started? I haven't filmed one of these in a while, so yeah. One more note. Baltic. I decided to separate Baltic and Slavic. I know some people say Balto-Slavic, but to me it's just, I decided to give them to the other team. Kosovo is Albanian. I think that's, like, in terms of language. Switzerland was split. I gave South Tyrol to Germanic. I decided not to include Celtic languages as they just kind of get destroyed. And yeah, that's it. Let's get started. So immediately we have a let's see, where's a good place to start? Immediately have a partition of Hungary. Yeah, I think that's a fair place to start. Basically, all the sides basically go, okay, whoever can, push in fastest gets the most. And the green team looking to connect their, their west and south Slavs decide to, push the most, and they manage to connect both of their fronts, and with that, the Slavs are connected. However, and then the Germanic peoples. Now, let's see. So now the Slavs look to take out they partition the Baltics, which this is going to be a rather lame partition, as it kind of just goes, the Baltics go to this, and Finland goes to Germanic. Yeah, I know, really amazing. And now Germanic and Slavic have a very large border. What Slavic doesn't have a large border with, though, is Romance, and they realize an invasion of Romania would trigger Romance, but there's a very tiny front that they can invade through, so they wouldn't. They also tell Germanic to invade, to help them. No, they don't. What they do, actually, no, they don't. They just invade Slovenia and Albania, not Slovenia, Kosovo and Albania, and eventually they take out Greece. I'm not going to give them Turkey yet, but they also managed to capture Crete and even push as far as into Cyprus. That's not true. They get some of Turkey, however, they're unable to push them off the Thrace Peninsula, and that's not the correct, which is the correct color? Is this it? Yeah, they're unable to push them out of Istanbul. Istanbul? Oh, no. Let's see. So now with most of the cleaning up work done, we have, Slavs launching a major invasion from all sides into Romania. And Romania really can't do anything. They're ultra cut off from the other Romance countries, and Moldova, I guess. They're cut off from the other Romance countries, and they kind of just fall. However, This ignites an all-out war between Romance and Slavic. So Germanic decides to sit this one out, as they are borderland and they I don't know. They just choose to sit it out. So we have what's it called? So because many forces are focused in Romania, Romance forces managed to push into Bosnia and Croatia as well as Montenegro until eventually Slavic forces are able to they return to they return to this front. However, the problem is it's a much wider front than what it would have been in Slovenia. So they realize they're kind of screwed. They have to release troops from Thrace, and Turkey then retakes the whole peninsula. And they decide to just keep going, and in a Turkish dream, they recapture all of this area, uniting it with linking it up with the blue team, the Romance team, and now the Turkic/Arabic team, whatever it's called, looks to push from Kazakhstan across, that's not really clear, like this, and cut off the Caucasus regions. So they send a lot of troops up there who start pushing. They take over the Volga River Delta, I believe is in that area. Yep, they do. They aren't able to take over, and they actually do take over Volgograd. And from there, forces in the Caucasus start to retreat, allowing for northern invasion across the mountains from Georgia and Azerbaijan into the area, meeting with the two other forces. And just like that, they cross the Caucasus, and now the North European plain is wide open for the blue/yellow team, as it wasn't open because Germanic was kind of blocking it. They could invade through Hungary, and then they'd have to pass the Carpathians, so they'd have to pass mountains unless they huddle to the coast here. So this is a big breakthrough, and it's here we see Germanic decide to join the rest, and this is big as now it basically seals Slavic fate, and just like that, with the Slavic forces basically all over, every side effectively just pushes right into the desired countries. We have Romance taking all of Hungary, Serbia, and other taking all these areas. Germanic manages to take everything up north, and nope, wrong team. Germanic pushes up north, taking over Poland, Czechia, and Slovakia. The blue team wanting to break, if they get cut off here, then they could not gain any more land, so they really want to push out and be able to take more land, so they launch a huge invasion from Hungary into Romania, and it actually works, and they capture much of the country. However, this exhausts this exhausts the blue team. So they take Ukraine, and then they stop there. So the blue team's out of the war. They sue for peace with the green team, who agrees to their peace terms, which is basically give up all the land you control, which they do. They're also kind of hoping that the rest of the teams agree to this, which they don't, so tough. They also took Moldova, yeah. So with that, we have Polish forces pushing into Belarus, and basically an invasion into the Baltics begins, where they're kind of viewed as liberators. Even Kaliningrad falls. Up here in like Siberia, that's not really Siberia, but whatever, a lot of these Russian areas fall. And now Moscow is being threatened, which we'll call right there. Yeah, that looks accurate. I'm looking at a map. Yeah, no, that looks accurate. And now a very familiar strategy begins, where we have Finland pushing across, taking over this peninsula. And eventually we have an encirclement of Leningrad by Finnish and Estonian from those areas, not really by their troops. And the red team begins a push into Russia. They capture Smolensk and widen their front around St. Petersburg. They meet up with the yellow team, and they capture Leningrad. With it, the green team kind of realizes they're screwed. They let go of these whole areas, and they actually ask the blue team for help, who decides to be like, sure, and they start supplying the green team. No, they don't, actually. That is, no, do not, no. They ask the blue team for help, who then goes, no, are you crazy? Because then I get invaded. And they launch a offensive after that, because they were not happy. They capture a bunch of area here, and eventually a partition is agreed, where the red team and other team evenly split this area. Moscow becomes an international zone, as they can't split it fairly, so let's just call this Moscow. Moscow could be in brown, perfect. They don't want to give Moscow to anyone, because it could cause tension. And now both of them hate the blue team, which is very bad for the blue team, but we are going to end this video here, so goodbye.